Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. We are holding Metzia Daf of Tes, Shir sponsor Lui Nishmas Am Shalom, and Lavas Yitzchok. We're starting the Kavches Mut Beis on last line. It says the Gemara, Ma'ye Bedomim Rav Tarfon and Mishtamish Ben. We have a machlekes in the Mishnah between Rav Tarfon and Rabbi Kiva. Is the Shomer Aveda allowed to use the money that he got from selling the Aveda? Tarfon says he can use it, and therefore he's obligated, he's responsible for it. And we give it say he doesn't have the right to use it, just holds on to it. Then he does not have to pay if he gets lost. So the Ma'at kan lipligi, with the holding of Tes and Davadab. Ela kashim nishtamish b'hem. That's only if he actually used it. Aval lo nishtamish b'hem imov the pot. But if he did not use it, didn't intend to use it, so then if he got lost, he is pot. Lemet yavtet to Rav Yosef. That's a problem with Rav Yosef. Regular Shomer Aveda, he has a din of Shomer Chino. He's guarding for free. Rabbi Zohar Shomer Socher, because it to be that he guarded for schar. What's a schar? So Rashi brings over here, because while he's busy with the Aveda, so he's potter from what? For giving tzedakah. So he gains the fact he doesn't have to give tzedakah. That's the Shomer Socher. That's what he quotes the Gemara Bava Kama. There's already here, Bava Kama speaks about it, that when exactly is he potter mitzvah tzedakah? Tosis learns he's potter mitzvah tzedakah only during the time that he's busy with the Aveda. Not the whole time the Aveda is in his house, that he's Mekayah mitzvah, he's doing it. And he says, the nafkamina will be, he says, a person who's wearing tefillin, you know, say he doesn't have to do any other mitzvah? Because doing mitzvah? No, he has to be busy with it. He has to be preoccupied with the mitzvah. Then he's potter with a mitzvah. So said Taisus, how is he mitzvah potter with a mitzvah? That's only when he's busy with the mitzvah. There's some shame about Amar learns no. He's going to mitzvah potter mitzvah even if he's not doing the mitzvah right now. And they have to go. This goes into a big sugya regarding to what extent do you say also going to mitzvah potter mitzvah. Now, so says the Gemara that he's according to Rav Yosef that he's a Shomer Aveda. If he's a Shomer Aveda, so he should be chayav again Aveda, even if he's not using the money. It says the Gemara, Omar Chavesa begnev Aveda, the kulam lepligi dechayav. Now, I know everybody agrees he's chayav again Aveda because he has the din of Shomer Socher. Ki pligi bil hinsim the shoyel, right? Shoyel is, as we learned. Let's go back to what we know from previous. Daf already mentioned it. Every shomer has different responsibility. Shomer chino, someone who's a free shomer, he's potter for everything except for negligence. Shomer Socher, he's obligated also if the item was stolen or lost, but he's not obligated for ointzim, if it just broke. And shoyel is chayav even an ointzim. So he's saying like this: Rav Yosef holds every Shomer Aveda has the din of a Shomer Socher. If he has the din of a Shomer Socher, so then he's obligated in Gnei Aveda. What is he not obligated for? Shoyel. What shoyel is chayav, which means ointzim. If it was oinus, he's potter. But if he uses the money, then he becomes already a shoyel. That's chayav and ointzim. So it says the more that's what he says. Use it. The avil is shoyel alayu. He says shoyel. It's discussion if he's a shoyel or not. Does he have a din of a shoyel or not? Because he can use it. Toys asks over here right in the beginning of the long Toys. Toys asks, why shoyel? Why not loive? He's borrowing the money. Borrowing lashon halva. In English, we say both: borrowing for money and borrowing for an item. But in lashon hakodesh, it's different. When you're borrowing money, you're a loive. When you're borrowing an item, you're a shoyel. You should say borrowing a money. This is the echanami. We're just using shoyel because that's the definition we usually use. So what does Rabbi Kiva saying? What is Rabbi Kiva saying? Because we learned before that he can use it. So when he got lost. So we talk about, we hold that Shomer Aveda has a din of a Shomer Chinom, and usually it's potter Gnev Aveda. Who the pligi? Not to argue on. Don't use it. don't become a Sherman Sachar. If you're only a Sherman Aveda, you're not chayav. But why? Because I would think it's a Sherman Sachar. Like if Yosef says, because they have to give tzedakah while it's Sherman Sachar. That's the fikach. Right? After the now they told you, now let me use it. Sherman Sachar lo yav, he's not a Sherman Sachar, but so, we're telling exactly what it is. But if you tell me, everybody agrees it's chayav. Keep playing it, boy, seem to show the only argument going seem. My lefiko debekivo. What's the fikach? Therefore, instead of kiva, therefore, I got a bali mitzvah. Kiva lo yishtamish behem. Don't use it. Fani adan kiva lo yishtamish behem lo yishur lavi. No, I know he's not a shoyl. What is the lefika debekiva lamli? Why is it Kiva saying, oh, because you can't use it, therefore, we know you can't use it in a shoyl. Go back to regular Sherman Aveda. A regular Sherman Aveda is chayav in Aveda. Then you want to tell me the chiddush was if you don't use it, you're not having anything. Not a Gnev Aveda, not a so that's like Kiva. Kiva says don't use it, and you're put from everything. But if you say he is chayav in Aveda, the only thing he doesn't chayav is ointzim because he can't use it. Just say Kiva says you can't use it automatically. I know that he's not chayav in ointzim. Says the Gemara, Mishun Lefika Darbatafin. The reason we keep it said Lefika is because Darbatafin said Lefika. For the Lefika Darbatafin, what do you mean by Lefika? Hachikoma. Given the shoulder Rabbi to Mushim God, because we're not allowed to use it. You don't have to actually use it. The fact you have the right to use it. That's what Rashi emphasized in the beginning of the daf. You have to have the right to use it. If you have the right to use it, that on its own makes you into a shoyl. So therefore, if you did not use it as if you used it, and therefore it's chayav in a chayes. Says the more about it says, well, look at them. What is the lashon of the Mishnah? If they got lost, according to you, everybody agrees when he got lost that you are a chayav because it's a Sherman Sachar. Because any Sherman Aveda is Sherman Sachar. Says the more in the Chavdez with base, get the rabbi. When it means stolen, doesn't mean stolen, normal stealing. Talk about listing is used someone with a gun, a thief with a gun, which is an oinus. What is Avdu got lost? Shetova Siros Bayam, that is a ship sinked in the sea. Again, it's oinus. And that's what it is. Omar Avdu Mashua Alocha is like a tarpon, and he's not allowed to use it. Biyad Rachbav Liana Zuzah Diastri. Rachbav is holding on to money belonging to orphans. Also, committee is caring for a basis. What can you use it? We learned. Halach is like every tarpon. Talmud says you're allowed to use the Aveda. The Chorah, same thing. You can use the Mois that you hold for the same. Only when a person has an Aveda, as the Mishnah described, and he sold it. So the money they got for the sale, he can use. Why? Or he was very busy selling, busy doing business with it. If a person found money in the street, he wasn't working on it, he's not allowed to use it. The money they have of Yisraelim, of orphans, is equivalent to Mois Aveda. He did not work on it. And therefore, you're not allowed to use it. He says, go, I'm not allowed to do it. They convinced me that if you're holding Mois Yisraelim, you do not have the right to go and use it. Only an Aveda when you sell it. Just to mention one thing before we go on in the Mishnah, is we have very, very long thesis, the Chuvtes Amud Aleph, that discusses what's the halacha. Is the halacha like a Yosef, the Sherman Aveda, is a Sherman Sachar? Or halacha like a Rabba, is a Sherman Chinam? In the beginning, you want to bring Rayos, there's a Sherman Sachar, and he concludes that halacha is like a Rabba, not like a Yosef, and the Sherman Aveda is Sherman Chinam, not a Sherman Sachar. Says the Mishnah, Motzah Sforim. Someone finds Sforim. He reads through it every 30 days to make sure, as Rashi points out, the reason why you need to do it, because they rot if you don't use them. You need to give them some air. If you have any idea, he doesn't know how to read, doesn't know how to use them. So just roll them. You should not learn something new with his Sforim, because he may come to tear them when he's learning Be'iyum. You should not have somebody else learning with him, because two people may tear the Sefer. Matzuk sus, if you have clothing. Every 30 days he does near, right? He needs to spread out the clothing. The shoitcha is spreading it out, but near means he needs to push it out in the air to allow the air to hit it. The shoitcha, he spreads it for its own benefit. He doesn't put it out there in order for people to say, "Oh wow, what a special clothing this person has." If he has keli made of silver or copper, he is allowed to use it for their own benefit, not to ruin them. Golden vessels and glass vessels that are easy to get ruined and they don't really need usage so much. Don't touch them until the Yonah comes. Meaning something that it's not raw, as I was going to say, he is Adam Chashuv, and he doesn't usually schlep a basket. He doesn't have to pick it up. Anything which is not the fichvoid and not the is covered, he doesn't have to pick up. Says the Gemara, Shmuel amoitz tefillin b'shuk. Someone who finds tefillin in the market, sham demeim, he should evaluate what they are, umanichol nalter, and then he can right away use them, because and he'll give the value to the owner. Look at when you spoke about Sfarim. It says you use it, you read it every 30 days. If you made a deli, he does not read Goylom. Yeah, you go and roll it. Goylomin, you don't say just go value the money then and leave it. You continue taking care of it. So why should tefillin be different? Tefillin, a guy can always buy tefillin. There's enough tefillin to buy the whole time. But Sfarim is not so easy to have. So therefore, Sfarim don't just give it its value and get rid of it. But tefillin, if you don't have this, we'll give it something a different tefillin. Similar to Rabban Ashur, someone who borrows from his friend, loy yeshilenu lacher. You should have to lend it to somebody else. He's let open and read it. Well, actually, should not learn until he knew. He learned in our Mishnah. Someone else should not read with him because they can come and tear the sefer. Someone puts the return in his friends as deposit. Every 12 months he should roll it. He reads it for the purpose of the sefer. But if it's his own benefit, also. If it's new, you have to open every 30 days. If it's old, 12 months. Both 12 months, and the Gemara is going to go and explain this price. Do not lend somebody else. If you call me Nami, that's true for everything. Rabbi already taught us, and Ashur Rashi Hashem. And Rashi ask him. A person who borrows cannot lend, the person who rents cannot rent it out. So the most Sevater Yitzchak, this is such a chayv of Sevater. That a person is happy that somebody uses money to do his asset for mitzvah. Sevater is a mitzvah. So maybe you'll say the owner is happy that he should go and lend to somebody else. So Kamash you don't say that. You open and read it. Pshita, but Lamai Shaila, of course, you talk about someone who borrowed it. You borrowed the item. Why do you borrow it? To learn it. Lamai Shaila meaning. The Seba Yitzchak. It really is the main point is to say the next part. Well, eventually, don't start learning something new. According to the Brisa, someone who deposits a return by his friend, every 12 months he rolls it. He opens it and reads it. Right? What does it mean? Person is going to go. What as Rashi says, meaning what is we talking? The Gemara understood that's the Tsar Koy. It's for his own benefit. And if the Sevater is being deposited by him, why is he reading it? He's not a borrower. He's just someone who was deposited by him. Says the Gemara, you said if you open for yourself as Asur, you just said you couldn't open for yourself. So if while you're rolling it, you're reading it, mutter, because you're doing it for the purpose of the Sevater. If you open for yourself, Asur, they're not allowed to do Yeshiva says, so the first Tanakama said 12 months. Sukkah said depends. If it's new, 30 days. If it's old, 12 months. Always 12 months. So they both said the same thing, 12 months. Yaakov says no, both should be 30 days and not 12 months. So you should not learn it, knew something you should not do with somebody else. Very meaning, one question, should not read a pasha twice. Should not read a pasha, then do the targum, because he's only on the Sefer Torah, and he may tear by then. You should not open more than 3 dapim in the Sefer Torah, more than 3 rows. 3 people should not read from the same roll. Two could read. So here we have a mechlikas. I don't understand this. Rashi learns in Nechod the parsha achas ein korim. 2 people can't read the same parsha; they may tear it as they're reading it. But shtein yonim korim. The last say each one is focused on his thing. They won't tear it. And as the Vilna Gaon points out over here, the Rambam says the opposite. When there's 2 different yonim, they're not really together. So each one may forget that this friend is there. But when they're together, they won't come to tear it. So the one finds a clothing, he shakes it every 30 days. The man the normally, you want to tell me shaking works. Someone who has a professional tailor in his house, who could or weaver, who can always do new clothes for him. He should shake the ksus every day. Because if you do it, it's going to ruin the clothing. So if you have a professional in your house who can do for your new clothing, do it. If not, don't do it. If you do it every day, it's really bad. Every 30 days, it's good. If I say depends if you're doing with 1 person, so then shake is not a problem. 2 people ruin it. If I say you do it with your hand, it doesn't ruin it. With a stick, it does. If I say it depends which material. If it's made out of wool, so it doesn't tear. But if it's made out of flax, of linen, it does tear. That's how the Rashi learns. As the Goy points out, the people of the Rambam learned the opposite. Now you mentioned Birchus, I said nothing about Birchus. Kasa de Charoshim, better to take a cup of sorcery, of witchcraft. For the cost of the person, don't drink a lukewarm water. It's not good for the body. It's only if it's in a metal vessel. But if it's in a clay, then it's not a problem. Even when it's a metal, it's only if it was never boiled. If it was boiled, and then it's lukewarm, it's fine. It's only if you didn't put into it some spices, some simoni, like a tavlin or simon. So in general, just lukewarm water is not good for the body. That's how he holds. Another thing Birchon says: someone, his father gave him a lot of money, meaning he inherited a lot of money. He wants to lose it. Should wear linen clothing, which can ruin very fast. He should use glass vessels. He should hire workers and not sit with them and not make sure that they're doing the right thing. A specific type of linen which gets ruined and torn very fast. Which we're talking about, not any glass, but that special white glass which breaks fast and it's very expensive. I have a higher workers, don't sit with them. What we talk about, not any worker, but as the Moshe Rashi says, talk about people that take care of the oxen, and there's a lot of, they do most of the work in the field, and therefore if you don't do the right way, it can ruin the field, it can ruin the oxen. That's something you have to make sure that there would be on top of the workers. Before she point out, this is like the extreme. If you want to mamish ruin the money your father person gets, that's the way to do it. Now, as Toys already, there's a question Toys brings, not here, but in Chulin, and this is a question many of the first should point out. What is it saying? Someone wants to lose money. Why should one want to lose his money? So a simple understanding is like a more of a cynical way to say, if you want to lose your money, just do that. But really, you don't want to lose your money, so don't do it. That's a portion of Shad, I'll leave it to Rashi. But there's many other Purushim when the Farshim were marrying it in the Shor Machshon Nadaf, which is mentioned that the way the Mashon Chulin and the Ben Yoyodovi explain is sometimes a person inherits money, which is bad money, money that the father did not give tzedakah from it, didn't do chesed from it. And we have a din, we have a klal that we learned from Yochanan ben Zakkai, that when bad money and good money come together, they all get lost. So someone has money, then he inherited money from his father, and his father did not use it properly. He doesn't want to have that money by him because it's going to cause everything to be lost. So he wants to lose it as soon as possible. What should he do to lose it in that way? That's what he should do. Buy expensive glass, buy expensive clothing, have workers that don't take care of them. This thing will guarantee that this money will be lost fast, and then he can focus on his own money. That's what the Ben Yoda explains this Pshat. Okay, we'll stop over here, but this should continue from here in the next half.